passion. Broke his heart cause he was nice, cause he was sunshine, I was midnight. He wanted it comfortable, I wanted that.
Why aren't men getting married anymore? It's not because they hate love or they're against love. It's because the system is actually stacked against them. In 1960, 72% of adults were married, and today it's barely 50%. And among men under 30, it's pretty much nowhere. Here's why. Divorce courts, they'll take all of the man's money, they'll take the kids, they'll take the house. 90% of child custody goes to women. Men pay millions in child support and alimony every year. Then there's the happy wife, happy life culture where men sacrifice everything to keep the peace. Meanwhile, if a man wants traditional roles, it's labeled as toxic. So men naturally ask themselves, what is the upside? And for a lot of guys, there isn't one. It's not that men in general hate commitment. They hate commitment to a system that is designed to punish them for existing. Till marriage becomes a partnership and not a legal liability, men will continue to keep saying, no thanks. Do you think men are right to walk away from the thought of marriage?
Women really don't care about a man's struggles. They wait for the winners. It's why we see women leave relationships 7 or 8 times out of 10. And it's not because he's a winner. It's not because he's chasing excellence and accomplishing great things in his life. It's usually because things aren't working out for him.
Men aren't arguing anymore. They're not begging, not chasing, not negotiating. They're simply walking away, quietly, calmly. And women, they're stunned because they never thought the day would come. Welcome back to Manosphere Daily, where we break down the truth modern society refuses to talk about.
I can't be the only one with this kind of story. About 2 years ago, I was in a relationship with a man, and he was about 40. I was about, 25, 27, something like that. But he was willing to invest in me physically, financially, emotionally, religiously, like all aspects. He wanted to make me a better woman for him. Well, he boosted my self-esteem and my well-being so much that I thought that I could do better than him. And now fast forward, I am now post dealing with a narcissist. I now understand that not all men have your best intention at heart. Not all men will invest in you, and not all men will uplift you. So when you get the opportunity to date such a man, do not let it go.
Sometimes it takes losing everything in order for you to appreciate what you had. She should have communicated her wants or needs instead of searching for it elsewhere. Hope it wasn't because of sex, because lust fades. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Appreciate what you have. Love yours.
Alright, so everybody keeps telling me there's all these wonderful men out there that'll take you on dates and buy you flowers and do sweet things for you. And everywhere I look, there's all these men on TikTok that are talking about how they would love that kind of opportunity with a woman and all of these things. And I don't seem to understand why I can't find them. Can someone point me in the right direction, please? Thank you.
I cheated on my husband of 14 years and lost him forever. This is long, but it's something I need to get off my chest. My husband, 36 male, and I, 36 female, have been together for 16 years and married for 14. We have 2 daughters who are 13 and 12. About 3 months ago, I cheated on him with my coworker once, and I immediately regretted it. To be honest, I still haven't figured out the real reason why I cheated. On the surface, the reason would be that my husband was too caught up with work for a couple of months, and I felt neglected and unappreciated at times. I know that this isn't the real reason, so I'm trying to figure it out through individual counseling. I only cheated on him that one time and immediately told him the next day because I couldn't bottle up my guilt and shame. He was shocked at first, but then went on to call me the most horrid names. I deserved it. I deserved it a lot more than that. I don't even know how it got to the point of me sleeping with my coworker. It started with innocent flirting, and before I knew it, I made the worst mistake of my life by sleeping with him. I wish I'd gotten hit by a car the day before sleeping with him. I cut off all contact with my coworker and gave up my phone to my husband. I wanted to reassure him that I was willing to make this work on his terms, whatever they were, as long as he would give me another chance. Even though in my heart I knew that I wanted another chance to prove myself, I told him that I would understand if he went through with a divorce. Anyways, I told my husband that I would do anything to regain his trust and express my sorrow and regret for having hurt him so much. My husband has always been the type of guy to give a person only one chance. Even in his friendships, if the trust had been broken, he wouldn't give the other person another chance.
For years, women have been told they deserve more. They should never settle, and that men will always be waiting for them, no matter how late they return. But something changed in the last few years. Men watch the dating scene turn into a circus. Sky-high standards, entitlement, disrespect, manipulation, and what do you bring to the table becoming a punchline. And instead of fighting it, men just stepped back. They realized, I'm better off alone than disrespected.
He said that he wanted a divorce, but then the whole quarantine thing happened and he stayed in the house for about 2 months and didn't proceed with the divorce. For the first month, he treated me very coldly, and the only time we talked was when it had to do with our daughters. I slept on the couch and tried to give him as much space as he needed, and only reminded him from time to time that if he ever wanted to work things out, I'd be more than willing to, and would be completely devoted to the process of him working things out. He even said some spiteful things during that month and distanced himself from me completely. During the second month, there was a change as he began talking to me again. We talked about the daily stuff and even watched movies together with the girls as a family. I felt like he wanted to try reconciling, and I was so happy. I was thrilled that there might be some chance to save my family, to save us. Eventually, through the next couple of days, I could sense us becoming friends all over again. He even invited me to sleep on the bed again. Oh, Jesus Christ. A betrayed spouse sent this story to me and told me that it was a proper atonement. Okay, so bear with me. Bear with me. A couple of weeks passed by, and we were getting along even better than ever. We were spending time as a family again and had gotten closer with each other as well. I felt really good about the way things were going, but I wish I'd suggested marriage counseling. I just didn't want to pressure him and have him think that I wanted to sweep this situation under the rug, or I was trying to influence him to not divorce me.
Modern culture told women, you don't need men. Men are replaceable. Men are the problem. And for a while, women believed it. But now the consequences are showing. Because when men finally said, all right then, you don't need us, so we'll remove ourselves. Suddenly the math didn't add up. Dating apps dried up. Workplaces got colder. Marriage rates collapsed. Birth rates hit record lows. Women looked around and realized, you can shame, insult, and disrespect men, but you cannot force them to stay.
One night, we were drinking a bit, just talking in the bedroom, and I felt a genuine connection rebuilding. It felt like we were falling for each other all over again, and it made me so happy. This is the part I regret now. I decided to make a move on him and straddled him while we were laughing at a joke. We looked each other in the eyes so naturally. I began making out with him. It honestly felt like we were 20 all over again. He kissed me back as well, but after a while, he just started crying. He told me to stop and said that he couldn't. I felt so awful because I felt like he wanted to, but didn't at the same time. It broke my heart directly to see how badly my stupid decision had hurt him. I told him that I was sorry and we went to sleep. The reason I say I regret doing this is because I feel like this moment pushed him away forever. 2 days later, he informed me that he wanted to go through with the divorce. He said that he just doesn't think he could make it work even after trying for the last 2 months. I wanted to fight with him about it, but I just told him I understood. We had already decided before that if a divorce was to happen, it would be on fair terms. Sure, we'd both have lawyers and we'd agree on a lot of stuff together. He wanted to take a 2-week trip, but he would come back to pick up the girls after his trip. We both mutually agreed that he'd split the time with his girls after his trip. They would spend half of the week with him and the other half with me. I even helped him pack up his stuff, and we finished. I just bawled my eyes out, and we hugged it out. After his 2-week trip, he came back, and it felt good seeing him again, but I knew it wasn't the same. He just smiled, and we made small talk before he took the girls. We're both really good parents and want the best for our kids. Today, I got served divorce papers. It hurts so much to know that I lost my best friend because I was stupid. You were starved for attention, okay? Not stupid. Sometimes I roll over to his side of the bed in the morning, and I hate how I don't feel his body there anymore. I miss his smell, his smile, his voice. I miss him filling up the entire room with his loud, adorable laughter. I miss him so much. The thing that hurts me the most is all of this is knowing how badly I hurt the person I love the most. I wish I could go back in time and undo what I did, but I can't. So now, here I am, writing about it on Reddit while crying when there's nothing that I can do about it. I wish I could let him see I wish I could let him see for himself what I genuinely feel in my heart about how sorry I am and about how I would be the most devoted wife ever if he just gave me another chance. To let him know how much I love him and that I literally would do anything for him. I fucked up the most perfect thing that ever happened to me. I wish I could get him back but I know that I lost him for.
In 2025, something unprecedented is happening. Men are choosing peace over partnership, not because they hate women, but because the cost of dating and marriage outweighs the benefits. Modern dating offers men high expectations, low loyalty, constant comparison, pressure to perform, no appreciation, and almost zero commitment in return. Meanwhile, divorce courts and custody laws punish men for even trying. So men ask themselves a simple question: why participate in a system that punishes me for caring? And thousands answered, I'm done.
If your girl says, I need space, or let's take a break, or I need a break so I can focus on myself, translation, I want to go ride other, period. Nothing more, nothing less. That's just her way of being, wanting to go test things out, test the waters, or to break free or whatever without being feeling like a cheater, period. She doesn't want to cheat, and she want to play the game correctly. So she tells you, let's take a break. That way it's not cheating. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Period. It don't mean nothing else.
If she has to pay all her bills by herself, keep up with her own beauty and vehicle maintenance, never go on dates, work 50 hours a week every week, never get shown off nor appreciated, always have to say I instead of we or mine instead of ours, and build by herself, why would you ever think you're her man for real? That's crazy. She's not selling it, but it's not free. Men will watch a good woman do everything and let her just because they see that she can do it. She understands a man working on himself and trying to get his life together. But if you're not willing to take a risk and establish and build with her, then you're not ready. Two heads are better than one. And a relationship is supposed to benefit both parties financially, physically, and emotionally. Y'all are both grown, and after a while, being patient turns into settling and asking turns into begging. If she has to depend on herself and do everything herself, then she's gonna be by herself.
And now, women are panicking. Videos go viral of women saying, where have all the good men gone? Why won't men commit? I can't find a husband. Why are men so emotionally unavailable? But the truth is simple. Men didn't disappear. They just stopped volunteering for pain. And for the first time in decades, women are realizing men were carrying the relationship load the whole time. The modern man is choosing gym over drama, peace over chaos, hobbies over headaches, goals over games, self-respect over chasing validation. He's not anti-woman, he's anti-nonsense. And that's what shocks women the most. There's nothing they can do to force men back into a system that no longer benefits them.
Women know when they have a good man. Women know that no matter what she does to him, he will never do anything to hurt her. So after the breakup, she still knows this about him. And that's what makes it so hard for her. Yes, women do regret losing you. Can I tell you when she's gonna be open about that or when she's gonna come back? I don't know. I would need more information. That's what my clients come to me for. And the fastest they got an ex back was 3 days. The longest was 1 week after coaching with me. What I'm just saying is, if a woman lost you and you know that you treated her right? If you treated her right, you wouldn't say it in my goddamn comments, okay? No good man is gonna brag about being a good man, okay? So let's just do that. But if you know that you treated her right, obviously she's gonna regret losing you. Not many guys out there like that. Trust me, they're rare. Personal advice in bio.
So I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore. Like, why is this?
I'm not even going to fiddle fuck around with this. I'm just going to give you the straight answer I hope you're looking for. And that answer is that there are two main reasons why men don't want to get married anymore. Now, both these reasons are based upon the man being successful, which is the kind of guy you ladies want to marry anyway. And those reasons are: one, it's statistically idiotic to do it. And two, a successful man gains absolutely nothing except risk by getting married.
As men walk away, a new reality forms. Women who dismissed, mocked, or ignored men are now realizing they miscalculated. Because a man who's truly done doesn't argue, doesn't explain, doesn't try to change your mind. He vanishes into a better life. Women are seeing men happier, healthier, more focused, and more fulfilled without relationships, and it scares them.
This makes a woman regret losing you as long as it's your mindset. Be humble. Don't think of yourself as this hot shit guy. Don't think that she can't find better, because she will. But she can't find someone like you. She may go for better, but she's like, oh, he doesn't have the same laugh as him. Oh, he doesn't make the same jokes that he does. Understand that even if she finds people that are better than you, they're not going to be the same. They're not going to have the same chemistry that you guys had. They're not going to have the same connection that you guys had. They're not going to have the same laughs that you guys had. If you don't think of yourself as that important, a woman is going to be attracted to that. Like I say, women like guys who are a little insecure. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out my YouTube. I made a video on it. To work with me 101, it'll be in my bio.
Society we're creating right now, more and more men don't want to get married. And I get why. There is almost zero upside for men getting married. This isn't me saying that men shouldn't get married, or women, but think about what society is telling men about what being a man is. Tell about society is fucking men hardcore for getting married. If you get married and you get divorced, a woman takes 50% of whatever you have. 80% of relationships, the man is the biggest provider. So that's a big fuck right off the bat. What are you getting in exchange for that? Second, if you have kids with her, you're fucked, because the government doesn't think that you deserve shit. So even good dads who try to stay in the kid's life are fucked. So there's a lot of men going, why the fuck would I do this? The good news is that will correct itself, because eventually then people start going, oh, right? When you create mistakes, you only create more error. Error creates more error. So we've gone so far the other direction that more and more men are going, like, why the fuck would I get married?
Men aren't leaving because they're weak. They're leaving because they finally found their worth. And the world can't believe it.
When a woman decides to leave you, she wants to be justified for doing so. In other words, she wants to feel like it was the best choice for her. So if she dumped you today, and she checked up on you in like 2 months, she just wanted to see what you were up to. If she sees that you're really not doing much, you're not going out, you're not hanging with your friends, you're not going on dates, nothing like that. You have stayed exactly the same. You're the same old guy that she dumped. She's going to look at you and say, oh, right, that's why I left that guy. But on the flip side, if she went and looked at you 2 months after the breakup, you look like you're living your best life, you're going out, you're hanging out with friends, you're traveling the world. That's when she says to herself, damn, did I mess up by getting rid of this guy? Why did I even leave him? Was I just emotional? What am I doing? And this is typically when she'll decide to reach back out to you, because she's seeing in real time that you're better off without her. and she does not like that idea. A woman would rather you fucking suffer after she's done with you to justify upon herself that she made the right decision.
I left the relationship to find myself. No, who you were was in the relationship, and you're running from yourself. Because you finding yourself isn't going on a hedonistic sex spree. It's you actually realizing, I am more myself in this relationship. What about me do I reject here? And then once you both find out, you can walk away. People use that to walk away from relationships that they don't want to show up for in the name of individuality. And the worst part is you can pick it up like this and everybody will go, oh girl, go find yourself. I didn't find myself until I actually looked back at that relationship I left 3 years ago. I find myself now dating the same girl, realizing that I'm still trying to work through the things that I did not work through with that person. So the crazy part is you're trying to look for your individuality. Individuality isn't found alone. It's actually created with your partner.
If you're a man choosing peace over chaos, or walking away from a system that never valued you, hit that like button. Subscribe to Manosphere Daily for more truth they don't want you hearing. And comment below, I choose peace, because in 2025, the men who walk away are the men who win.
A lot of the times, men think that they fucked up a relationship just because the female left him. But what she's not gonna tell him, especially as of right now, is she left because it was just how she was feeling in the moment. Me personally, I'm fortunate enough to be smart enough to not leave based on feelings, right? Because I'm a committed person. But a lot of these females, they're a little immature, and it's just like in the moment. It's an in the moment thing. And then they're all like, shit, I left, but how can I even come back from that? Like, you know, it's kind of embarrassing for her because it's all like, I left for no reason, and if I come back, then I'm gonna look stupid, right? Like, I'm telling you, a lot of women have egos, so it might take them a long time to come back. With me personally, I'm humble. I'm very humble. So if I leave a man because I was being a little stupid and impulsive, I'm gonna come back and admit it, right? I mean, it's not gonna take me 1 hour to realize that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, maybe you didn't fuck up. Maybe she was just trying to protect herself and she was being a little sabotagic. So at the end of the day, like, I'm not telling you that you are perfect. We both know that you weren't. But what I'm saying is, like, you guys need to understand. Women don't be all like, oh, I'm just gonna leave this guy because he disrespected me. No, it's, I'm gonna leave this guy because I feel upset that he's not doing this for me. And I'm like, sure, I guess women mentally check out before they leave. But a lot of the times, that's not the case. Like, a female can be so emotional that she just leaves you, right? Because she has these standards in her head, and then you're not doing it, and it's like, I'm gonna leave, right? So, yeah, take accountability for the contribution that you made to it. But I don't want you to put the full blame on yourself because, like, no. And of course, women are going to go in my comments and they're not going to admit to this, right? Why would they? Like I told y'all, because it's embarrassing. They're not humble enough to admit this. So, yeah, I'm the one that's going to fucking tell y'all the fucking truth. But these women are all like, not me though, not me though. They're not self-aware enough to realize that they're a problem in some sort of capacity. Sure, it may be true that some women ain't like that, but you get to decipher this, not a random chick in my comments trying to disagree with the shit that I say. I don't believe them unless I believe them. Okay? Because what they're not doing is, yeah, they're saying, I'm not like that, but they're not giving context, like, oh, your ex, like, slapped you into tomorrow and you didn't come back to him. Oh, yeah, well, right. 101 coaching in bio.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.